Happy Monday, everybody. Hopefully you're having an awesome day. Welcome back to the channel. We've got an 8-game slate. We're going to talk about every game, and I'm going to give you my 5 best bets. So let's talk a little bit about yesterday. Recap a crazy Sunday, as always. First one we have is Miami team total over 1.5. Philadelphia not to bat in the ninth. I was worried we weren't going to get the Miami team total. And then the Phillies bullpen blew it. Gave up 3 runs in the 8th. Philly had to bat in the 9th. I thought they were going to get the go-ahead run in the bottom of the 8th, but they couldn't get a clutch hit. So that was tragic. That was looking very good on the Philadelphia side for a long, long time. Cleveland money line. Class A blew it, and they had to win in extras, but we got that one. Orioles race to 4. Good God. That was a bad read. Well, in my defense, I did not think Cincinnati was going to throw a lefty. Once I saw they were throwing Sutter, I thought it was still okay because he's not that great, but it's just any lefty versus Baltimore. They can't hit him. So, yeah, we got killed on that one. Cincinnati only won by like 22 runs, so pretty close game. Tigers raced to 3 and the total under 9. This could not have been any better. Tigers got the race to 3. And they lost the game, but they kept the score under 9. So cash that. Dodgers minus 1.5. They won 1-0. We just couldn't get a clutch hit in the 8th. Couldn't get anything going in the 9th. So, it is what it is. We went 2 and 3, down 0.89 units for a Sunday. It's not the worst thing ever, but I did some deep analysis yesterday just on Sunday plays and even my personal plays. So we've got a game plan moving forward for next Sunday I'm excited about. But let's get into this slate, dig in. First game on the cards at 11:10. This is a game that got rained out, so this is a makeup game. White Sox and the Red Sox. Jonathan Cannon going up against Walker Buehler. Buehler's not looked bad his last couple starts. It's going to be 50 degrees. We got a 2-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left center. Low humidity, high pressure. So not good for carry. Home runs are going to be down about 39% for average for that park, but runs are going to be up 6%. So if we look at Cannon, hasn't had a terrible start, but not great. He's kind of hit or miss. That's just how he goes. 262 average to lefties, not good when you're facing the Red Sox. And he's given up a 207 average to righties. Hard hit percentage is pretty high. We go over to Walker Buehler. He's struggling a little bit against lefties. That's where he's very vulnerable, giving up a 317 average. Now, the good news for him, White Sox only have 4 left-handed hitters. 2 of them are in the top 5. I'm not too worried about Andrew Benintendi. This is a Red Sox game. We saw a wild one yesterday. I can't think of a better bounce-back spot. I didn't put anything on the card for this one. Red Sox run line, you can get minus 130. So you're finally getting a little bit of value, but there's so much unknown here. The Red Sox bullpen's still not great. White Sox bullpen's not great, but technically ERA-wise, the Red Sox bullpen's worse. 4.46 ERA compared to the White Sox 4.38. So, it's Red Sox run line or pass. I think Buehler has an okay outing. I was looking over his Ks as a potential play, but yeah, it's Red Sox run line or nothing. I don't think you take the White Sox in this spot. Next game on the card, Yankees and the Guardians, which we do have some good games today. This is one of them. Clark Schmidt going up against Gavin Williams. Clark Schmidt's got 1 game under his belt so far. It was versus Kansas City. He went into the 6th inning, gave up 4 hits, 3 earned runs, walked 2, struck out 2. But a pretty decent first outing. But ERA-wise, it doesn't look as great because it's 4.76. But it's 1 game. Now, he is a fly ball pitcher, and so is Gavin Williams. Both of them are about 63-64% fly balls. So balls should be flying. Home runs are going to be up 1%. Runs up 4%. It's going to be 63 degrees, mid-humidity, and low pressure. So low pressure is good for carry. In terms of the wind, we've got like a 15-mile-an-hour wind that's basically going to be blowing from left to right. So third base to first base, maybe slightly out. So that definitely works in favor of the Yankees, in my opinion. We look at Gavin Williams. He's done pretty good against lefties this year, giving up a 167 average. Righties, a little worse, 270. He's got a decent hard hit percentage of about 44%, exit velo of 91. If we look at Williams' last game, it wasn't great. It was at Camden Yards against the Orioles. He went deep into the game, though, so it was pretty good up until the end. But 6.2 innings, gave up 5 earned, walked 4, struck out 4. If we look at Clark Schmidt versus Cleveland, he's 1-0 with a 3.52 ERA in 4 games, but he did face them one time last year and had a very good start. Went 5 innings, only gave up 1 earned, struck out 7. So Yankee spot for me. Give me Yankees money line minus 120. Now, Guardians are 5-1 at home, but we got to look at who they've played. They played Kansas City, who couldn't score anything, and they played the White Sox. So I'm not going to get my hopes up and jump on board the Guardians train because they beat the Kansas City team that can't score runs and a White Sox team that's terrible. So give me the Yankees in this spot. Yankees 7-3 in their last 10. Guardians are 7-3 in their last 10. Now, where I like this spot is the Guardians versus teams with team records over 500. They're 1-5 on the year, so they have not fared well against good teams. So this is a Yankee spot in my opinion. So Yankees up at minus 120 on DraftKings. Good deal there in my opinion. Next game, Reds and the Marlins. Nick Lodolo going up against Max Meyer. Lodolo's been on paternity leave, just had a kid. So this will be his first start back. Max Meyer had 1 game he pitched versus Cincinnati last year at home, and it did not go well. 4 innings, 8 hits, 6 earned runs, gave up a dinger and 2 Ks. He is 1-2 on the year, giving up an opponent average of 2.22, but he's got an ERA of 2.63 this year. Nick Lodolo giving up an opponent average of 1.93, 2-1 on the season with a 2.31 ERA. For Lodolo, his strikeout percentage is really low. It's only 15%. I've watched every single one of his starts. They have not been good. We have not seen a good Nick Lodolo start yet. That said, he's still getting by. 2.31 ERA is fantastic, but hasn't been able to locate his breaking ball like he normally does. His fastball's been up in the zone. So I want to see a good, sharp start from him today, but I do like the Reds in this spot. The bullpen, they have a significant bullpen advantage. They have a starting pitcher advantage. Obviously, they're coming off of 20-some runs yesterday, so they're kind of riding high on a little momentum there. They're 5-5 on the road. Miami actually has a losing record at home. They're 6-7. Both of these teams obviously won their last game. Miami went into extra innings against Philadelphia yesterday, and the Reds just had a vacation where they were just scoring runs like they were playing football. So give me the Reds in this spot, minus 125 on DraftKings is one of my best bets today. The next game is going to be the Padres and the Tigers. Good win by the Padres last night. Hopefully Arias is okay. I haven't read the updates from this morning, but obviously that's a significant bat that is out of that lineup in that 2 spot behind Fernando Tatis. So that stinks. Hopefully everything's okay with him. It did sound like he had function. So hopefully it's just a sore neck or something. I don't know. But we've got 2 really bad pitchers going up against each other. Now I say that Randy Vasquez has been absolutely amazing for the Padres this year. I have zero faith in him. Going up against Keter Montero. Montero 1 game, and he got rocked in true Montero fashion. He's got a 9 ERA, but again, 1 game. Randy Vasquez is 1-1 with a 1.74 ERA, and he's faced some good teams. He's got a 194 opponent average, so he's pitching very, very well. In terms of the weather, it's going to be 61 degrees, mid-humidity, low pressure, 17-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left field. So home runs are going to be down a little bit. Runs are going to be down just slightly, basically neutral. This is a spot where I want to take the Padres. I want to take them really bad at plus money. I probably will to some degree, but my best bet that I put on the card is going to be Padres team total over 3.5. I think that's just a safer option. I still don't have complete faith in Randy Vasquez, and judging by this odds line, the books don't either. Can't blame them, but I do think the Padres are going to be able to score runs against Keter Montero. So I like the over 8, and I like the Padres team total over in this one. Padres 6th hitting the fastball, which Keter Montero throws 53% of the time. And the next pitch he throws a lot is a slider. He's basically a fastball slider pitcher. Padres are 3rd hitting the slider. So really good spot here. for Montero to get absolutely banged up here. So love this spot for the pods. But like I said, given the team total over, just play it a little bit safer today. Next game, really good game, divisional game. And I think this is one of the reasons the Phillies lost yesterday. They were saving some bullpen arms. I mentioned in the video yesterday. Aaron Nola going up against Tyler McGill. So we got 50 degrees, high humidity, which is great for carry, but we also have high pressure. And we've got a 12-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to left center. So if we look at Aaron Nola versus the Mets since 2023, he is 1-2 with a 4.66 ERA in 3 games. Pitched against them twice last year, 13.1 innings, 10 hits, 6 earned runs, but he struck out 15. Last 2 starts for him have been pretty rough. It was against the Giants and the Cardinals. He went 5 innings in both games, 14 hits, 8 earned runs, 15 Ks. If we look at Tyler McGill versus the Phillies, really good. He's 3-1 with a 2.51 ERA. And if we look at his 4 starts this year, he gave up 2 earned runs in his last start. But other than that, it was goose eggs in the previous 2 and 1 earned run in the other. So hasn't given up more than 2 earned runs in any of his first 4 starts this season. Now that said, he throws a lot of fastballs. Philly is a fastball hitting team. 67% of his pitches is a fastball. Philly is second hitting the fastball. So I think you can make a case for Philly. I don't want to get on the Aaron Nola train. He's 0-4 with a 300 opponent average, a 6.65 ERA. Everything here screams Mets at home. They're 9-1 on the year at home. They've won 4 straight. 3-0 against teams with a record above 500. So to me, this is a Mets spot. I didn't put it on the card, but at some point I'm going to bet this, and it's going to be the Mets because it's going to be a great game to watch. So I want a little action on it, but Mets are nothing for me in this spot. Or you could take the over 8 if you think Philly's going to get to McGill. But you've got still two pretty good bullpens. I mean, the Mets, I take that back. Philly's bullpen's not good, but the Mets bullpen's fantastic. 2.27 ERA on the year. Philly's bullpen 5.81. So there is some opportunities there, even past Nola. So yeah, it's Mets up for me. That one is definitely getting bet today. All right, next one, Cardinals and the Braves. Eric Fetty going up against Spencer Schwellenbach. So the first thing I looked at, I'm like, Jesus, this is a Braves run line spot. Eric Fetty versus the Braves, 0-6 in his career with an 11.03 ERA. But he's coming off of 2 really good starts against Houston and Pittsburgh, 12 innings combined, 6 hits, only 1 earned run, struck out 7. So I'm like, all right, it's still probably a Braves run line spot. But then I looked at Schwellenbach versus the Cardinals. Not great. He pitched against them twice last year, 0-2 with a 6.55 ERA. He went 11 innings combined in those 2 starts, struck out 15, so that's great, but he gave up 8 earned runs. He gave up 15 hits, 8 earned runs, struck out 14. So minus 192 against a team that seems to like Spencer Schwellenbach. I just don't think I can get behind that. I don't trust their offense. That said, they're 6-2 at home. They've won 3 straight. But if we look at their, record against better teams, it's not good. So this is one where I don't really trust that Fetty's going to do well. I don't trust Schwelly. So I kind of wanted to take the over, but I think 8.5 is just too much in my opinion. That said, I've got it 4.3 to 5.5 in favor of the Braves. So a little too much juice there. My gut says Schwellenbach has a great outing and we should take the Braves run line, but I just can't do that. Cardinals coming off a tough series in New York where they struggled to score runs. Now they're coming to Atlanta. We got a 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing at basically side from first base to third base. Going to be 77 degrees with mid-humidity and mid-pressure. So it's not a bad day to play some baseball and score some runs. So I thought about maybe Braves team total over, but it's a little too juiced in my opinion. So no real play in this one. I got to lean Braves, but I just don't think I will. I'm not putting any of my capital into that game. Next game, Blue Jays and the Astros. We've got Kevin Gausman going up against Hunter Brown. Both of these guys are off to really good starts on the year. Gaussman 2-1 with a 170 opponent average and a 249 ERA, going up against Hunter Brown, who's 2-1 as well, with a 183 opponent average and a 1.50 ERA. Obviously, this is in an enclosed environment, so we don't have to worry about the weather. If we look at Hunter Brown, he's faced this Toronto team twice. He's 1-1 with a 2.25 ERA. But if we look at his 3 starts in April, he's been outstanding. He faced the Cardinals, the Mariners, and the Twins, combined 18 innings, so about 6 innings apiece, 2 earned runs, and 15 Ks. So pretty outstanding. If we look at Kevin Gaussman, he's 3-4 with a 5 ERA versus Houston, but he hasn't faced them since 2023. But Gaussman on the road, always a pretty good bet. But I think Astros are due for a bounce back spot here after that tough loss last night versus San Diego. San Diego just rolls out so many good pitchers on the back end. The relievers are just unbelievable. So nothing on the Blue Jays side in terms of their bullpen that necessarily scares me. So give me the Astros. I just don't want to pay minus 142 for this one. Maybe a first 5 minus a half or something like that. And then our last game on the card is going to be the Brew Crew and the Giants. Quinn Priester going up against Robbie Ray. Robbie Ray 3-0 on the year with an opponent average of 214 and a 4.19 ERA, going up against Quinn Priester, who is 1-0 with a 0.9 ERA, which is pretty crazy. He's got okay stuff, but if you look at everything, it's just very mid. He doesn't do anything outstanding. Has an expected ERA in the 4s. So regression is coming, but is it today? I think so. I think this is a great spot to back the Giants. If we look at the Brewers, they're 3-6 on the road. Giants are 4-2 at home. So I like this spot. Giants coming off a loss in the Angels series. I like them to come back and go back home. We're going to have 9-mile-an-hour wind blowing out to center field. It's going to be 55 degrees, so a little on the cool side. But we are going to have high humidity and mid pressure. So all those are pretty good for carry. If we look at Robbie Ray, he hasn't faced Milwaukee since 2019. So it's been a minute. But if we look at his starts, he's faced some pretty good offensive teams. He faced Philly and gave up 4 earned runs. He faced the Yankees, only gave up 1. He faced Seattle, only gave up 1. He faced the Reds, gave up 3 in his first start of the season. My issue is with the Brewers and left-handed pitching. Over the past week, they really haven't been able to hit left-handed pitching, and they have seen a ton of left-handed starters this year. They've seen 9 left-handed starters already, and it's a little sporadic. Like, they got to Jeff Springs. They didn't touch Skubal. They got to Eduardo Rodriguez a little bit. Rodriguez still went into the 7th. Kyle Freeland went into the 7th. Nick Lodolo went into the 7th. Skubal went into the 7th. So all these starting pitchers have been able to go really deep against them. So this is a Giants spot, in my opinion. Give me the Giants team total in this one. I love it. Over 3.5. I think that is a absolute banger of a play right there. Which is the same kind of play. I didn't put it on the card, but I do like the Giants team total over. I think it's plus money too. So, but I'm not sure. I need another start to look at Quinn Priester and just see what's going on. Like, if he throws another gem, then we got to rethink this. But statistics say regression is coming for him. But I don't want to pay minus 142 for this Giants team. All right, let's get into our best bets. Get you guys on your way. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe to the channel. Just hit the little thumbs up button. It helps with all the algorithm BS. All right, best plays today. Yankees money line. Like I said, just a huge variance. I don't like Gavin Williams. Don't trust him. So I like Clark Schmidt. He is prone to kind of have some blow ups, but if you want to go pound for pound with the sticks, I like the Yankees here. Next one, Padres team total over 3.5. That way I can fade Vasquez, and I don't trust Montero, and I think that this Padres team can get some runs out the back end of that bullpen as well. So like that spot there. And then I'm going to take the over 8. That's another way to, I just don't think Vasquez is going to go out and throw a gem. So I like runs in this game. And we saw the Padres throw all their good arms yesterday. So I think this game, in terms of the back end, they're going to throw some of their weaker arms. So I like this spot. Give me the Reds money line, just Lodolo over Meyer. I think Lodolo is going to have a pretty decent day. Marlins do hit lefties well. That does scare me a little bit, but even if we get to the back half of that bullpen, Marlins are terrible. And the Reds have a really strong bullpen this year. So I like it coming off the huge win yesterday. Got some big momentum. Both teams are traveling, so it's not like Miami was at home. So it's a travel spot for both of them. And then last play on the card, Mets team total over 3.5. Nola is very hittable. There's a track record of him getting hit by the Mets. And when it comes to that bullpen, we just saw him blow the lead yesterday. They've got some question marks going there. So rather than taking the full game, just going to take the team total over 3.5. So those are the best plays, guys. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Let's go 5-0 today. Have an absolute banger of a bounce back day. And I'll catch you in the next video. You guys can join the Discord. Link is down below. It's free. Additional plays are posted in there a lot. So I hope to see you guys in there. And I'll see you next video.